Yes, left hand lives matter. That's I'm making a sign. I'm protesting because my baby is going to have accommodations in this world.
Yes.
Okay.
But let's go right into our introduction section, our little icebreaker section, which love it
or lose it. Hey, love it or lose it. Hey, 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 love it or lose it. Hey, love it or lose it. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Love it or lose it.
Hey,
it is our icebreaker section where usually one person has 4 choices, right? And of those 4 choices, you usually have to choose one to throw away, never let go. I never want to see anything about it.
That's
and
your
one
way.
you want to love, hold on to. Or one you throw away, want to get it out of here, and one you love, never want to let go and hold on to. And the topic for this time are Hotep sayings. Hotep sayings, and I know that you can't throw all 4 away. Please don't all 4 throw. You can't throw them away.
I probably will.
You cannot.
I can do whatever I want.
Throw away one that you like the least.
I can do whatever I would like. Okay.
And you have to hold on to one because these are the laws of the land now. So the 4 sayings are, and I'll do a description of each one are. It would be number 1. What is today's mathematics? What is today's mathematics? Has been introduced to Kristin after the Wu-Tang movie with RZA saying it over and over again. What is today's mathematics, for people who don't know, is a saying that is said when basically saying what is the knowledge for today. And it's usually about things that are going on in the community, or about Kemet, or about just what black people are, what they went through. So that is a term. Hey, yo, what's today's mathematics, son? And they say sword a lot.
Sword is a trigger for me. So like, if you say sword, like, don't ever use the word around me. Just find something else to do. Because sword. Literally, whenever I hear someone say sword, like the hair on the back of my neck stands up. Like, I'm like, no, it is sword. That W is silent. Do not do the swa. No. I hate it. It upsets me to know. And I know people do it because that's how they learn the word. They sounded it out. They don't know any better. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to judge you. It just makes my skin, the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and my skin, like, whenever I hear it, I literally do this. I'm like,
yeah. So
please don't say it. Thank you.
Just saying that what's today's mathematics, number 1. Number 2, is your third eye open? So your third eye is that eye that sees through the nonsense of the world. Is your third eye open is the question that people might ask you. Are you just seeing with your regular 2 eyes, or is your third eye, which makes you woke, is that open? Can you see with your third eye, or only you seeing with your 2 eyes? Because your third eye is on your head from your brain, means you thinking with your eye. So is your third eye open? Is important. That is number 2. Number 3. All black people were kings and queens. So it's the concept that all black people from Africa were kings and queens. And the concept, so we should all act like kings and queens because we're all kings and queens. That's number 3. And number 4, it's just a distraction. So
this whole category is a trigger. Okay, this whole category is a trigger.
So anytime something comes up, and like if Jordans get dropped, no, you have to understand, sister. It's just a distraction.
Nope.
That they're trying to tell you.
Nope.
When Black Panther came out, no, it's just a distraction. Nope. They're trying to sell you on something, sister.
No,
it's just a distraction.
No. Okay. So just
this podcast, I don't know if you're listening to this, but you have to understand, it's just a distraction.
So just let me just start by saying the whole category is to lose it. It's just a distraction. The whole category is a lose it. I don't like anything here. It's a lose it for me. The whole thing. All of them.
You want to list them off again?
I do not.
Do you remember all 4?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. Great.
I can say it again.
I would prefer if you didn't, but I feel like you want to.
Okay. So
you know what? You take it away because it seems like you want to. So go.
So the first one is, what is today's mathematics, sister? Please tell me what is today's mathematics. Number 2, is your third eye open? Is it? Number 3, we were all kings and queens. All of us. Who were we serving? Nobody, because it was just us. All of us were kings. All of us were queens. We had no servants. It was just us.
We had no subjects. We were all just kings and queens.
All of us were kings and queens. And number 4, understand that it is just a distraction. It's just a distraction. You take it away. These are the laws of the land. These are the laws you have to follow. Which one would you rather not? You can take away one law. I'll let you take away one law of the land.
I'm struggling. Because I hate all of it. And so this is really quite challenging for me to wade through as a person. I think
this is a world where everybody walks around and as soon as they see you, say, "Hey, what is today's mathematics?" They say it to you every single time.
None of these are great. Like I don't want any of this. Because all of it is problematic.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes.
I think the most annoying / problematic one for me is probably it's a distraction. And I would choose that one because so life itself is a distraction based on what you're saying.
You can't have fun. Fun is not allowed.
What is it that I'm the part that I always get a little confused on is like exactly what is it that I'm supposed to be focused on? If everything is a distraction, if me looking at my phone, looking at Facebook is a distraction, if me eating pork is a distraction, if me wanting to buy some Jordans is a distraction, if them putting out the new iPhone is a distraction, if every single thing, if the news is a distraction, what am I supposed to be focusing on? What is it distracting me from? What are all these things distracting me from? That part I've never quite gotten clarity on, and I would like someone to explain it.
You sit at home and read books, and books on history, not fun books. Books on
but what am I doing after I read the books on the history? Like what is how if all these things are so distracting, how am I working to eliminate these distractions? Like what is the story?
You read the books, then you go to the Black people meetings and we talk about Black people things.
But what happens after the books and the meetings is what I need to know. What is the actual concrete
and then we go
thing that's supposed to come from all of this?
Then we leave and go do Black people things.
Okay, that's great. But again, what I'm trying to get back to here is once we eliminate all these distractions from our lives, what is the concrete thing that I get for that? What do I get? Like what is in it for me?
You have to understand, when you buy Jordans, that's the reason why Black people are not where we're supposed to be. It's because you bought Jordans. So that's the problem.
But here's the thing. If all the Black people decide they don't buy Jordans, what happens?
Then we would be freedom. Racism wouldn't happen anymore. There would be more racism.
But I feel like there's more to the whole storyline than just that. So this is what I'm trying to get to. It's like, what does this have to do with the grander picture? How does this overall situation look once Black people, quote unquote, stop being distracted by whatever it is we're doing, living our life that's distracting us? Like what are we working towards? What are we getting to? That's what I need to know.
It's just a distraction from getting things done.
But what things? For what? I need some clarification on that part because I don't feel like I've ever gotten clear answers, and I need them. So
you gotta talk to people and figure it out.
What people, Mark?
They know.
What people?
They know.
Who's they? Who's they? How would they know?
They know.
Who's they? I don't know who they is.
The people know.
I don't I don't know anything. I remain confused.
The people know.
Sure. I'm sure. What about you? What's your lucid, sir?
No, it's the same one. Get out of there. It's a distraction is quite frustrating. Because it's just weird concept that Black people can't have fun or enjoy life. Like I've seen it for everything. It's when we are excited about certain things. We like listen to music. We like listen to songs. We're very excited about certain things. Even watching certain TV shows and talking about that. There's always it never fails that someone comes in the comments like, "This is a distraction. We got stuff going on in the streets, and y'all just watching this shows."
Yeah.
So it's that is quite frustrating. There's this belief that Black people should not have fun. Everything we do should be we're not allowed to do things that are just fun. We're not allowed to do things that are just not everything we do has to make money.
Right.
Not everything it's just this is not how you live life.
Mm-hmm. And everything is not about being serious all the time. We are allowed to, as a people, enjoy ourselves. Everyone else does. Why can't we? Is what I'm trying to get to the bottom. That's what that's the only thing I'm trying to understand. Everybody else can have fun. Why are Black people not allowed to have fun? And why is it that if they're having fun or enjoying themselves or enjoying life, they're distracted and not doing how you know? How you know? Who told you that?
Yeah. So what is your love it then?
As I said previously, all of this shit can be thrown in the garbage.
Stop cursing, Kristin.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. It can be thrown in the garbage. I mean, listen, that ain't the first time people heard it. They'll be all right. And for this category, the word I used is the correct one. Because it's all sugar, honey, iced tea. Love is very, very loosely used here. Very, very loosely. Do not under any circumstances think that I subscribe to any of this. What was it? It was what's the mathematics? The kings and queens.
And your third eye open.
Third eye open. Again, I struggle. I would have to say the mathematics because it's the least offensive one to me of all of these. The language itself of how they're asking the question is irritating. It's just what's on your mind? Do you know the things? There's simpler ways to do this without asking somebody what's the science with the mathematics.
What's the science?
It's you gotta do the science. You gotta do the science. It's too much. It's giving me too much STEM course for what is generally a very simple greeting question.
Not STEM course.
It's giving me STEM course. It's giving me STEM initiative. It's giving
what's today's engineering?
Yeah, I'm it's too much.
What's today's technology?
When I feel like there are less Hotepian ways to ask the question of, what's up with you? What do you know? Where's your head at? What not? I just feel like there are ways to do this that aren't what's the mathematics and talking about doing the science. So very loose. Love here. That's the least irritating of the four things to me. Because the kings and queens just logically doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. And what was the other one?
Third eye.
I'm not even. Just find something to do. So yeah, that would be where I am on that.
I think I approach it differently. I think the reason why I chose the one I lost to lose it is because there's nothing productive about it. Mm-hmm. I feel like the other three, I can see where the productivity comes in, but I also see where it leaves. I see where productivity
grand comes opening, in. Grand closing.
I see where the mathematics, you're just trying to see get more knowledge and what do people know and just trying to share knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. The third eye is basically saying, look deeper into things, mm-hmm. right? Think for yourself. Stop just looking. Stop just observe what you see around you. Mm-hmm. Try to figure out what's going on.
See how that sounds different from But then you looking with your third eye. You
I know.
That sounds different.
I know, but that's what I'm thinking about, like their intention behind it. Even kings and queens, I understand the concept of it. It's just basically saying, don't think that you're just low.
Right. I get it. I understand the motivational purpose of it, but like, just like a logistical, like kingdom structure situation, it doesn't work out.
But like, I guess to me, I think the one I would love would maybe be third eye.
Okay.
Only because of this past year of everybody just being trash and thinking.
You're right. It's been a little struggle boat.
Yeah, just out of those 4 concepts, like I'm never telling anybody that in my life. But just because I want people to just think for themselves for like a second, and that's everybody. That's Hotep. That's everybody. Everybody don't think for themselves. Like everybody's like not thinking for themselves. Like everybody wants to be a part of a group.
Yes.
And I realize that, like, even the people who say they think for themselves are together thinking together as a collective.
Because I think that's the thing that gets me with people when they be talking about they think for themselves. I'm like,
you're thinking.
You went and watched a YouTube video or 5 of someone doing the thinking for you, and you decided that you believed what they said. That's not thinking for yourself.
I'm saying, like, I feel as if like people doing it are just a collective of people who have a certain mindset.
Right.
So like even that. So it's just
you found some people that agree with the mindset that you have, and so you decided that y'all thought for yourselves and arrived at this conclusion on your own.
Like nobody think of themselves. it's really nobody.
No.
Everybody's like part of a collective of people.
Right.
Thinking for yourself is very isolating. And I think people have to understand that.
Right.
It's a very isolating concept in general.
Quite.
So but like, yeah, like just have thoughts, just think about how it affects other people, and so that's why I would say that.
Okay. This was an awful category. I don't think I'm ever letting you pick again. Going forward, I will be the picker of the categories, and that will be that on that, because nah. Matter of fact, you won't pick the next couple of ones as punishment for doing this.
That's a big flip from what you just said, by the way. Yeah,
I was like, you know what? Why am I giving myself more work? I'm going to have him try to redeem himself and do better than this, because no. Okay.
That's a good way to think about it.
What?
I'm just saying, like, I'm still Mark questioning Bennett. But yeah, so you ready? So that was Love It or Lose It. Love it or lose it. Love it or lose it. Love it or lose it.
Boo this section. Boo. Boo this section. Boo.
Love it or lose it.
Boo this section. Hey. No more topics for Mark. All right. We're just gonna move on with our lives, and into our topic for today. So